Welcome to T-Bone's Best of Roanoke show. Music, comedy, and conversation featuring HB, the Honey Badger.
Honey Badger don't care.
Now, on with the show.
Boom, boom, boom. Let's get going here. It's Tuesday night. We're at 3rd Street Coffeehouse. HB. This is Radio Free Roanoke, and this is episode 133. Are you ready, Joe Kessler?
I am ready.
Joe's representing Feeding Southwest Virginia.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to talk about that.
Yeah.
We have right across the table from me the one, the only, the humble servant of music and mirth here at 3rd Street Coffeehouse.
Thank you.
Bob Schumacher.
Yes, I'm ready.
All right, Bob. And then providing our bumper music tonight, he is Keith Goggins.
That's me. Yep.
And I think he's going to play Take Me Home Country Roads, but that's just a guess. All right, fellas, let's get going here. It's Tuesday night, Tunes Tuesday. How do you say that, Bob? Because this is a special night. It's the second season you guys have been doing this. Tell us about it.
That's correct. This is Tuesday Tunes for Feeding Southwest Virginia. And this is a program that was born during the, actually it was May of 2020 during COVID, when it was becoming obvious that there were a lot of people that were going without, having to make tough decisions about, how to feed their families, and people were losing their jobs left and right because of COVID. And so this show was started as a weekly thing, kind of our response to recognizing that there was a need in the community and that perhaps we could fill it with music. And generate a few dollars and be able to support our less fortunate friends and neighbors here that are having to do without.
And that's Feeding Southwest Virginia. And Joe, I know that's been around for a while. Tell us about the mission and the need in our region.
Yeah, that's right. So Feeding Southwest Virginia, just the same time that 3rd Street is celebrating its 35th anniversary. Feeding Southwest Virginia just celebrated 40 years in the region. We are the charitable food distribution hub for 26 counties and 9 cities. Here in the southwest region of Virginia. We cover around 12,000 square miles from here at Botetourt County, Allegheny County, and then pretty much everything south and west of there. So we work through a network of 400 or so. I guess the most recent count was 386 pantries, agencies, backpack programs, soup kitchens across the region to get food to people. Last year it was around 23 million pounds of food to folks in the region, or about 100,000 people every month being served by our organization.
100,000?
100,000 every month.
In Southwest Virginia?
That's right, actually. 1 in 8 people in Southwest Virginia are food insecure. 1 in 5 to 1 in 6 children, and some areas of the region, particularly in some of the rural places in far southwest Virginia, see as much as 1 in 3 children facing food insecurity. So about 40 to 60% higher than the national average, if you can believe that.
Oh my!
So our work, we feel is very vital, and we're very blessed to have partners like 3rd Street helping us do that work.
Yeah, it's a very noble mission what you're doing, and then this, 3rd Street Coffeehouse. This is like it's the spirit, the community spirit you guys have, where you do things like this. Now, the most popular item at a food bank, Joe, is it peanut butter?
That's a great question. Peanut butter's big. It's calorically dense. It's easy to store. It keeps for a long time, and generally speaking, everybody likes to eat it. So for those reasons,
I'll say yes.
Yeah, absolutely. For those reasons, that's a big one. But also pastas, rice, beans, canned fruits and vegetables. things that are both healthy, nutritionally dense, easy to store, and easy to prepare for folks are the kinds of food that we need as far as donated items go, and that fly off our shelves when we get them as well.
Yeah, I bet. All right, and then we're going to get back to this when we get ready to close up how people can volunteer and
Absolutely.
donate to the food bank. And then, Bob, you guys just reopened here at Third Street Coffeehouse in August of 2021. So tell us where you're going. Are you back to full speed yet? Tell us about your story.
Well, as we went through the whole COVID thing and trying to understand, first of all, what were the legal requirements for being able to operate. At first, it didn't seem like it was going to be possible. And then, of course, when they got the vaccines out and the boosters out, it became possible to open up. We still had to be careful. And so last summer, around about June and July, we had a soft opening. And that was just to see how we could do it with people in the house. Could we do it safely and keep people apart and things like that? And so we were able to prove that out. But then last December and in January, when it became obvious that the Omicron variant was really coming on strong, we intentionally chose to take another period where we only live streamed and we closed down to the public. And I think it was in the beginning of March that we came back online, and we've been very careful. We've been working very closely with the health department and making sure that what we were doing made sense from their perspective, because there's too much crazy stuff on the media. I chose to listen to the people who are paid experts that, they need to know. They would be the ones to inform us as to how we could operate safely.
Right.
And so that's what we've done.
Yeah.
We are open now. We are open to the public, and we are
Back in business.
Yeah, we're back in business. We're doing what we've always done, and in addition to just having live music on stage, which we've always done for the past 35 years, we've now added the live streaming so that people who, for one reason or another, who still aren't comfortable coming down here to a enclosed environment, can still enjoy the music, and they just enjoy it online. And we've been doing that since the very first week of shutdown in 2020.
Now, Keith, have you played here before?
I have. Not on Tuesday nights. I've done a couple of the Friday night shows.
As the opener or the featured?
As a featured.
Oh, that's good. That means you're good. Because I've never heard you play
Yes.
before, Keith.
Oh, you're in for a
You're
treat.
fixing to.
All right, brother. and Bob, the acts that you get in here, summarize those for people who've never been here before. The venue, HB, Logs. Tell us about the Sistine Chapel on the ceiling here, Bob. Tell us that story real quick. It's a great story. Because in the 20s through the 60s, this is where
Right.
Boy Scouts used to meet, right?
Right, exactly.
So
Yeah.
tell the story of the Sistine Chapel effect you have on the ceiling real quick.
Well, this room that we are in is over 100 years old, and as you mentioned, the Boy Scouts used to use this as a meeting place. And when the kids achieved what they call Order of the Arrow, it's one step below Eagle Scout.
Oh.
They would take the kids, ink their feet, turn them upside down, and put their footprints on the ceiling, and, along with their name and the date that they made Order of the Arrow. And so from the back of the room all the way to the front here, we have, I've never counted them, but hundreds of pairs of feet. All the Boy Scouts.
If I can
through the
interject,
years.
so far
Sure.
I've found 3 that are left feet. Everything else is right feet.
Oh, that's interesting.
Thank you, Keith.
But the ceiling itself is, like I said, 100 years old. It's delicate, and we've done a lot of things to preserve it. The church had a fairly significant fire on the same day as the shooting at Virginia Tech, so it never made the papers. But there was smoke and water damage, and this room was actually closed for about 6 weeks during that time to be able to repair all that. And in the far back corner, you can see that there's no footprints there because they had to replace that section of the ceiling.
Oh,
But
I see.
other than that, it's all been kept up pretty good.
Are the names of the feet owners up there?
Yep. Yeah.
You know, I was thinking while you were saying that, Bob, in 100 years, Joe and Keith, 100 years, people, are going to walk into here and they're going to look around because the Roanoke's been deserted, and they'll look up there and they'll see those footprints and they'll say, well, what kind of people lived here?
Well, what's interesting too is we started a new tradition a couple of years ago. If you look at the ceiling above the stage, you'll see all sorts of other signatures without footprints. And those are some of our favorite performers throughout the past few years who've been a part of our family and that they've played music on our stage. And there's quite a few of them now. And
First I've heard of that.
yeah, and it's
Well, let's.
Well, you will.
we're gonna
Yeah, we're working.
we're gonna get
Yeah, we'll get you a Sharpie here in a minute.
Yeah.
Keith.
that's it. That's it.
Hey, it's to me. I always tell people when they ask me, "What's Third Street Coffee House like?" I tell them it's like watching a performer, usually one solo or a duo is very good, and it's like being in your living room. It's
Right.
that intimate
With your
Listening
friends.
room.
with your friends. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. And a comfy size would be what, 45, 50, 60 people? It could hold more.
Yeah, we actually had the 35th anniversary show 2 weeks ago, and I think we had 65 seats out, and we had 63 people. So that was
Very
incredibly
nice.
lucky planning.
Yeah.
But that was comfortable. We had people spaced out. We've had as many as 85 in here. The fire department rates the place for 90. I don't know how they came up with that number. Probably total square footage, not counting the stage and the counter and stuff. But 90 people in here is packed like sardines.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, Bob. This is such a unique music venue. Give us the basics. No,
Well-
no alcohol, no cover charge.
We are a listening room. We are the only listening room in this area, and we basically focus on songwriters. We are a listening room run by songwriters for songwriters. So if you're interested in original music, live original music, we have touring pros in here every Friday night. Most of them are either national or regional touring pros. We also have some local pros because we've got a whole bunch of really great songwriters right here in Southwest Virginia. We've got a very close relationship with the Southwest Virginia Songwriters Association, who often play here. But every Friday night from 7:30 to about 9 or 9:30, we have right here on the stage some of the best music you'll hear. It's non-alcohol, non-smoking, so you won't have any bar fights. You won't have to be listening to the music over sports TV. It's all about the music here. And if you can't catch it live here at the Coffeehouse, which is 305 Mountain Avenue Southwest in
right.
Roanoke, Virginia, under Trinity United Methodist Church.
That's right.
If you can't catch it there, look on our Facebook page, and that's 3rd Street Coffee House, 3RD STREET. You know how to spell street. Coffee House. On Facebook.
Beautiful. And Joe, I'm going to give you the final word on the food bank.
Sure.
How can people donate and volunteer?
Yeah, absolutely. So a couple different ways. I mean, one of the easiest ways maybe is to check out Tuesday Tunes at 3rd Street Coffee House. There's a donate button on the bottom of every performance that happens there. You can make a gift in honor of that performance to the food bank. All that money goes directly to Feeding Southwest Virginia. Or you can go to our website, which is www.feedingswva, like Feeding Southwest Virginia, feedingswva.org. There you can donate to the cause. Everything that you donate stays here in the region. We're a Feeding America affiliate, but your money stays here, and every dollar that's donated helps us to provide roughly 5 meals to the region. If you're interested in volunteering, you can actually go to the same website, click on Interested in Volunteering, and get taken to a schedule where we list every event that's going on. We have opportunities to volunteer either at our Salem warehouse, our Roanoke Community Solutions Center, or down in our Abingdon location as well, virtually 5 days a week. Minimum age is 16, but other than that, it's really an opportunity. There's an opportunity for everybody.
Very, very good. And Bob, you are, well, since we're talking about volunteers, you are the president of volunteers for Third Street Coffeehouse. So you're also from Chicago. So I'm going to
That's
give you
correct.
the last word as a Chicago man. How can people volunteer here, and are there any positions that you want to mention?
Well, actually, we do love volunteers here. We are run by volunteers. You can send me a message on our Facebook page if you're interested. We have 2 special positions that we are recruiting for right now. Our booking agent, Josh Jones, is retiring at the end of the year. So we're looking for a replacement, somebody who's got some experience in booking live music for music venues like Third Street.
Yeah.
And we're also looking for a social media and promotions wizard. And this is somebody who we hope will take our social media across various platforms. Right now we're primarily on Facebook, but we want to spread out a little bit so that we can increase the number of people that we're able to contact and grow the audience. And both of those positions are advertised on our Facebook page under the jobs section. So if you're interested, or if you know somebody who might be interested, go check that out. And we've got the job description there, tell you everything about what the job entails. And both of these jobs are, basically under 10 hours a week, a lot less than that actually. But they're important and they're critical to helping us stay connected and keeping the music alive here in Roanoke, here in Southwest Virginia.
You got it, man. And I'm going to ask Keith to take us out with some bumper music, but this has been a beautiful, wonderful evening. Thank you guys so much for the coffee and the fellowship. Let's go get
Thank
them.
you.
Yes.
All right, thanks, guys.
Keep
Thank
on,
you
keep
very
on
much.
rolling.
All right,
Hey, and Bob, what's your famous words? Come on down.
Come on down.
This song, a friend of mine up in Martha's Vineyard wrote, Tristan Israel. He's mid-70s, I guess, and I believe his mother was Welsh. And when he was a little kid, she used to read him this poem before he went to bed. It's an A.A. Milne poem. Same guy wrote Winnie the Pooh. And he grew up and became a musician and put it to music. And this is that song. So it's called Spring Morning. Where am I going? I don't quite know. Down to the stream where the king cups grow. Up on the hill where the pine trees blow. Anywhere, I say, I don't know. Where am I going? The clouds sail by. Little ones, baby ones, all over the sky. Where am I going? The shadows pass. Little ones, baby ones, all over the grass. And if you were a cloud and you sailed up there, you'd sail on water as blue as the air. And you'd see me here in the fields and sea. Doesn't that sky look green today? High roads call. It's awful fun to be born at all. Where am I going? The ringdoves coo. We do have beautiful things to do. And if you were a bird and you sailed on high, you'd lean on the wind as the wind passed you by. And you'd say to the wind as it took you away, that's where I wanted to go today. So where am I going? I don't quite know. What does it matter now? Where people go, down to the woods where the bluebells grow. Anywhere, I say, I don't know. Anywhere, I I don't know.
Our show announcer, Elizabeth Ann Hughes, recording engineer Mike Hawley, executive editor J.T. Woodrum, and thanks for stopping by.